Welcome back to a casted game of Age of Empires 4, and this is going to be quite a unique one. We've seen trade be a huge thing in the late meta as of Season 3 has been launched, and two civilizations here that specialize it, the Mongols and the Malians. Now, I just got done watching a Beastyqt game live where he was playing Malians against B's Delhi Sultanate. Looks like on this game, they flipped it up. B's gonna be playing the Malians. We've got Beastyqt. It says, "Let's go Chimps." That was his team name from the Winter Team Championship, which he was a winner. Congratulations to Beastyqt and team. And BC playing as the Mongols, and we're on Prairie, which has been a map that's quite good for Mongols, as well as the Malians, because you have this in-base 8,000 gold vein. You can say the same about the stone, but not a lot of wood, right? This map has sparse wood lines. That's kind of the tricky point, or what usually ends up getting pressured later on in the game. And then you've also got corner trade posts. So the Malians have one of the strongest trade in the game. So do the Mongols. So it'll be interesting to see if either of these players go for any type of trade strategy. Will it be all out feudal pressure? Will it be tower rush? I mean, we do see a barracks come down. Typically, you've got the Mongols tower rushing the Malians. So I expect that this is going to have an insane amount of action. So I hope you got your popcorn and a cold drink. My beverage of choice would probably be a Coca-Cola if I was choosing a soda. But if I was doing a beer, probably a Killian's Irish Red would probably be my pick, or maybe a Smittix. Okay, that barracks going to be done. So we've all seen it. Two spearmen are going to come out of that thing. He's going to walk across the map, build a tower somewhere near this pit mine. Now, one thing about this pit mine is you could tower it up kind of from this side and stop villagers from gathering on it, potentially. Because you can get that tower built before the Saharan trade network goes up, assuming that that is what B is going to build there, but might not be the case. By the way, look at these. Look at those palm trees. That's like, it's a newer part of the game, right? Remember they added palms like a while ago. It's they didn't used to always be in the game, but lovely to see. Lovely to see. And we've got a Malian barracks now. I've been playing a ton of Malians on ladder, and this is exactly how I think you need to open if you're playing against Mongols, because basically guaranteed there's going to be spearmen in your face. They're going to try to tower you. They're going to do stuff. But if you start producing Donzo, you can throw that javelin. You can have some chances at perhaps stopping it or stalling it while you're trying to age up. Now, B going for a Dark Age mill. Is he going to go for wheelbarrow? Is he planning on... I was wondering if he's like planning on staying in the Dark Age here. Or maybe he's going to go for horticulture? Very interesting. He went for the Dark Age mill here. What is he up to? You never know. B has like the most unique strats in the entire game. You never know what the heck he's going to do next. So I'm sitting here staring at this mill, zoomed in. He's probably like, I bet people are watching this and I'm just going to confuse them by building a mill in the Dark Age. And then they're going to all be wondering what's going on here. So I'm not sure exactly if he's just getting that ready to go because he was floating wood. If I thought he was going to attack or a cow, he's not doing either of those. Is it some kind of trick with the drop-off point that I'm not aware of? I don't think so. I mean, it's probably less walking time, but I don't know what he's doing. Anyways, on the other side, of course, we've got spearmen coming out from Beastyqt. We've got sheep coming home. Lots of sheep available on this map. This is Prairie, by the way, if I didn't say the name of it. We've got spearmen going to go to the north side. Wait, has he scouted where the gold is? He doesn't know yet. Okay, he doesn't know what side the gold's on. So that fact actually, it's going to slow down his rush just a little bit. Is he bringing a villager? Is he bringing a villager to do a tower? But he's actually on the map right now. Oh, wait, where's... Oh, he's flanking right now. So he says instead of fighting the massive spearmen back at home, this is kind of smart because you got to assume that the Mongols are going to outnumber you with spearmen. But if you can flank the reinforcements, you can kind of force them to turn around. Otherwise, they're going to lose a few troops. Because you see right now, that's 8 spearmen versus 5 Donzo. And the Donzo have some range. You know, they can throw that javelin every, you know what, every so many seconds. Okay, speed arrow coming out right now for the Khan. Beastyqt spearman moving forward. I love a good extended Dark Age, so this is fun. This is gonna be fun. Okay, what's he doing? Okay, he is getting wheelbarrow. So this is a Dark Age wheelbarrow. Kind of late. This is not something that I've ever tried before. It's definitely a little bit unorthodox here. He knew he was gonna stay in a prolonged Dark Age, so he's decided to grab that wheelbarrow here. So very interesting strategy. Malian mains, take note if this works out. The silver tree being dropped down for Beastyqt. So not a huge surprise, kind of what we expected maybe to see some trading this game. So we've got the silver tree over here. I'm assuming B will go to the Saharan Trade Network, but he's nowhere close to doing that right now. He still needs more food. Okay, so spears have gone up to the north side. Yeah, if you not only can you like if you tower the gold, if you tower the trees on this map, it is brutal because okay, next spot he could go would have to be like way over here and these tiny trees, and those are kind of exposed too. So towers can really affect you. He doesn't have any villagers out here though; they're just spearmen. He's building an, I guess that's a defensive outpost back at home. He just kind of anticipates that maybe B's gonna be playing aggressive, which is pretty typical for him. He kind of is wary of that. Okay, so. I mean, he's basically set for life with food under his TC, right? He's got all of those sheep, and then he can make cows whenever he feels like it's time. So when he gets to the next age, I wonder if he'll go for any trade. What these players will do to maybe deny trade. Something you can do when you expect that your enemy might be trading is you can walk to the corner with the villager early on and wall it off so that those traders are not able to reach the trade post. Khan going down as well as the scout. Right now we see 12 spears versus what, 11 Donzo or something? One more over here. Some low HP spears though. Donzo, they actually have additional melee armor. So I think they would win this. Wait, what's the attack? They do 7 ranged attack. Yeah, so the Donzo would be the stronger spearman because of that one extra armor. Okay, right now we see that Beastyqt has reached the second age with his silver tree. I was just watching that match up there. Okay, he's gonna do ×2 traders. So I bet he's gonna do ×2 traders. Then eventually, maybe we'll either roll this down to the corner or roll a market down to the corner, or maybe he'll just trade to here for now. I don't know. You want to get the Silk Road unlock. You can see that if you get 7 traders, you get 10% food and wood in addition to the 10% extra gold you also get from it. So you typically want the 7 is the number you want to hit. So one thing to note, if you're spinning your stone as the Mongols for your ×2 production because of this Uvu, that's you see a little benefit. That's what it does there. It lets you do ×2 production, but it costs stone. If you're spending that on traders, you're not spending that on military. So you got to be careful because we do see that B has kind of killed his initial spearman. And B likes to play pretty aggressive. Is he training more units? Not seeing a ton right now. So it might be okay. What I was going to say is very quickly, the Malians are massing units. He could get overrun, but this trade should pay off pretty quickly. Let's see what are they bringing back. So he just looks like he's going back to that first point. 43 gold, 40 wood, 4 wood, and food. So he's actually already unlocked the tier 2. But he's not in the corner yet. Well, is that one in the corner? Oh, he's going to build one in the corner right here. Oh, does that fit? Oh, no. The tree line might be blocking that. If you want it to be the farthest distance you have, the more resource you can get. Okay, so he's going to build it there. Okay. Now, B did, he went after Manzakori. I thought he might go with the Saharan Trade Network. So, you know, I said we might see a lot of trading this game. This might be a one-sided trade endeavor. Now, Malians are still good at trading even without the Saharan Trade Network. But the Saharan Trade Network just makes it even better. Okay, looks like BC has kind of pushed him back towards his base. Of course, that Manzakori is going to be generating gold for him. And I wouldn't say this comes as a surprise. What do we see here? 1, 2, 3, 4 military buildings out of B. So what do you guys think? Is he about to trade or is he about to get fast castle? He is going for an all-out crazy freaking feudal push. That's what's about to happen. He does this in a lot of his games. And let's see how it works out. We've got trading Mongols. The question will be, does he get enough resources from these traders to be able to just match that mass? Can he match that? He spent some of his stone, of course, on those traders. So he's not going to have a very big army. B's got to know that this trading is probably going on. You see a scout moving in that direction right now. I'd like to see a villager going down there maybe to wall. But he doesn't look like he's done that. That's a pretty common thing you see as a villager a lot of times, to wall that corner. I'd also wall my own because he could just turn around and like send his traders that way too. Yeah, that's what happens to me a lot. You gotta be careful. Mongols, they're sneaky. They're very sneaky. Okay, so B is just gonna be throwing units at Beastyqt. His eco right now. He's got food, gold. He's doing good. He's got, of course, the large gold pit mine, so he's bringing even more gold in from that than you typically would because you can fit an additional house on that. Now he's got within range of that trader. Trader's gonna bring it in. Look at that. 198 gold, 18 food, 18 wood. That's why I said, like, if he gets this trade online, it's so powerful. But This is B's window of opportunity, and honestly, he's invested in a lot of military, where BC has invested in mostly traders, and we'll see how this pays off. But even some of these traders are going to be completing these trips. Like, just right there, that's 400 gold, you know, walking across the map. This warrior scout's chasing after him, but BC's doing a good job with the archers right now, containing. Of course, his javelins, there will be the counter against them, but he has a horseman there. Horsemen do quite well against the javelins. So it'll be a little scrappy fight here right now. He could walk to the other end and then send him up here, as I mentioned, is another thing you see happen sometimes. But these players, we're at the top of the ladder, right? Top 5. They're very, 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 very active on the map, so it's hard to sneak much by them. Okay, so right now let's look at the line of sight. Beastyqt can kind of see where the Malian army is. Not only can he see where they are, he sees what units are there, what he needs to train to counter it, how he can position so he doesn't take a bad fight. Meanwhile, B's over here, he's a little bit blind. He could see, you know, around his sofa, but he doesn't know exactly where the army is. But now he sees that coming from the flank. It looks like Beastyqt's just trying to cut off the reinforcements. He's going to lose a few traders, but he can afford to lose a few traders. Not a massive deal. He actually micros his traders to turn around so they don't just die. Fun fact, or rather not so fun fact, you lose the gold when you jump inside of the outpost. So if those traders had gold and jump inside there, they lose it, which is kind of lame, but that's how it works right now. Traders probably been going down. We've had a decent amount of villager, or rather trader losses. You can see there in the bottom left under the worker kills. Some people said early on when the UI came out, why does it not say vill kills? It says worker kills, because it includes this as well, and that's not a villager technically. Okay, looks like BC has decided to take this engagement, but those Sofa, they have some armor. They're like a medium knight. They aren't a full-blown royal knight, but they're pretty good. Archers can take them out. They do have 2 ranged armor base. Looks like he's got +1 right now. But it looks like maybe B has survived that fight. He has his javelins, and those javelins are going to be key to just like picking off troops, flanking back, picking off troops, flanking back. So you can see him doing right now. So that means he must have a blacksmith back there. He's been getting some of his techs. BC doesn't have any techs yet. Looks like he's got +1 range coming in right now. How many traders does he have? I have to change perspective. That's what it is. 12 traders. So he's got the Silk Road going just fine. Tier 3. And he might be losing some, but like even if you lose 1 trader, okay, what a trader costs, let's see, 60 food or 60 wood and gold. This thing brings back 200 gold, 18 wood, and 18 food. It's like whatever. If you complete 1 trip, you've done your job, Mr. Trader. Okay, so Beasty seems to be stabilizing. We mentioned this early on that while it seemed that B was going for an all-out military pressure here, if BC could hold on and get some value out of this trade, he can just match that mass, and then I think B probably will fall behind. He can start trading of his own. He does have a second pit mine here, but I feel like if he's able to just like to secure this little corridor, he's going to be in a really healthy spot for the rest of this game. BC right now chasing the javelins, not a task you really want to do because they've got so much range. They're very strong units. But of course, every time they come up here, they're picking off a trader. He probably has enough to... Can he one-shot these? No, I think he's about 2 volleys. It's close. He's almost to the number. But again, he's losing traders, but he's got plenty to spare, and they're paying for themselves if they complete the trip. Okay, right now, B's taking a pretty nice trade. If he starts to get the Sofa numbers, those spearmen, I don't see a ton of them. The Sofa could become a bit of a problem. Of course, that tower's helping. Okay, he's hauled us again. So this is a very important spot. Let's take a quick glance at the base. We do see additional archery range coming down, additional techs coming in right now. So not a whole lot new back there. Looks like he was trying to sneak a tower in here mid-map. Look at this. He's trying to sneak a tower out there, but didn't get it. Looks like the troops coming across the field saw it. And look at that gold count for Beasty. 1,400 gold. Time for some trading. I think he's just been busy microing, but you're going to see that gold. He's going to start trading that for food or whatever and start slapping down some units. Now, he needs to spend that gold sooner than later. It's coming in very quickly. In some of these situations, I literally just I literally use all my gold and buy all my food because you're not really using gold right now because you forget about it while you're busy doing this, and then that number climbs and climbs and climbs. He needs to just like either slap down a bunch more military buildings to defend this or consider aging up. And I wonder if he'll go for an age up here. We do see that gold changing right now, so he just exchanged that for some resources. Okay, so no trading yet from the Malian side. Battle continues to rage on here. Horsemen, spearmen, and archers. The 3-unit combo is going to be crucial here. The javelins, while they will pick off spearmen in numbers, like the spearmen at least are tanking a little bit there. Actually, I feel like B took a pretty good trade there. I see 1, 2, 3 dead units. Looks like 1 dead sofa. Okay, so the trader numbers continue to grow though, up to 19. I mean, you can look at the top of your screen and see the villager difference, so that's going to start to really hurt. The javelins are isolated right now. The horsemen chase him, which they do right now. He is going to kite though, and while that kite, they're able to do some decent amount of damage. How much does he have there? Interesting. So it's like there's a critical mass of javelins. I guess you can like one-shot these horsemen, but he wasn't able to do that. And right now the horsemen doing a lot of damage. Spearmen, by splitting his army up, it allowed Beastyqt to kind of specialize and be like, okay, spearmen are going to chase this, horsemen are going to chase that. Javelin actually have excellent kiting potentials. You see that right there. He was able to survive that fight, running around. What? I thought that was like totally going in BC's favor, but I almost feel like it was a distraction. He ran around with the sofa. So maybe he could pick off some horse. I don't know. And now he's picking off some of these traders. He is able to one-shot them now. With this mass, I don't know the exact number. We could do maths, but see, they have 90 HP. How much attack these have right now? 9 attack. So, I guess 10 of those should one-shot a trader. Math, yep, math. I did go to music school, so... Okay, 5 traders, or rather 4 archers and 1 trader inside that tower, but the sofa are going to be taking care of that. This is a bad news bears right now. Beastyqt trapped in the corner. Spearman getting picked off right now. Archer's going. He's got the complete surround. Tower going down. BC kind of walked into the corner, and now his army's out of position, and that Malian swarm is really starting to take over. You see all the units inside that tower going down. Okay, now he has moved, I think, his traders to go north is what I expect to see. That's exactly what's going to happen. Look at that migration. And just like that, let's go chimps, Beastyqt has reached the castle age. So while his feudal army might be in trouble, maybe he's just trying to draw him away from his base, which can certainly be good. The sofa are going to be chewing through this. He needs to be careful. Some sofa raids could be quite deadly. Dropping down some stables, I think that's going to be some Lancer spam. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to be seeing. Lots of Lancers, so... He's in the castle age. B also looks like he's about to age up. He has the resources for it. And BC is able to turn around and kind of put pressure the other way. Look at these spearmen and horsemen chasing these sofa all the way back. He's distracting them kind of with this. So BC has kind of bought himself some time, and now it's going to start really raiding out on the map. Sofa on the back line looking for something to raid, but there's really nothing there. It looks like most of his villagers are kind of forward. Yeah, and off to the side is what's going on. He's going to kind of expect something's going on down here. You know, if there's traders coming across and suddenly the traders start coming across, you kind of assume they're going to the other corner. Okay, so very scrappy battle, as this matchup always turns up to be. We've got Sofa on the back line. We've got Sofa on the front line. We've got Mongol units flanking to try to defend. We've got a little army up here in the northwest corridor. They are using this map. And this is what pro games look like. Looks like B just reached the castle age here, about the 18-minute mark. I'm assuming they're from a garrison. Yes, that is. So I hope he's able to spam units out of that. Of course, they cost gold. Could train 5 at a time. Batch training. An excellent landmark. Quite a game this has turned out to be. Just look at the eco count. BC is in a sizable lead. And it gets to a point of, like, if he's not able to shut this down completely, that it's going to be unstoppable without, like, some kind of crazy military blunder. So let's see what happens here. We got some Lancers in there, which is going to make these battles a little bit more challenging. Of course, you typically don't want to go head-to-head in a lot of fights late game with Malians because well, the Malians don't have a ton of armor, but in this case, they're doing okay. There's not like there's any mangonels or anything yet out on the field. Okay, so I think, yeah, we see the Crueltai came out for Beastyqt. You typically see the Crueltai paired with the Silver Tree, just because you typically have enough gold from trading. You don't need the additional gold. So, but he's not fighting underneath it. He's just kind of flanking right now. So BC probably knows that his eco is in an excellent spot. Honestly, extremely surprised that B hasn't come down here and even scouted this. Like, he's got to know what's going on, right? Like, he knew all the trading was happening. He had to know he didn't kill the traders. Maybe he didn't. And he's patrolling this, but he's got to suspect his corner. This is a classic blunder. Okay, B now flanking and getting away from Beastyqt as Beastyqt rages forward. Javelin's on the backline going to be caught up in trouble. And if B loses his army, he could be in a little bit of trouble. We see, look, 2K gold in the bank right now for Beastyqt. I mean, You hear people complain about trade being broken. It's like, trade is broken if you secure it, right? In the early game, there was an opportunity that perhaps B was going to be able to somehow pull through. But even if like 1 or 2 traders start to make their trips, as we explained, they pay for themselves already and some. So BC might have lost some workers, but you'd never know it. Look at that worker count right now. A good fight right now by B, it looks like. He was able to take a very, very favorable trade. Does he have Musafati in here? No, he's going for archers, javelins, and sofa. Seems to be the composition. Okay, we've got fighting underneath the Kurultai, which of course being, we got the Khan there as well. So again, all those full buffs you can get there from the Kurultai. Additional damage. But it looks like B is able to hold on to this right now. But it doesn't matter. He can win all the fights he wants. This trading is absolutely massive. Look at this. Now, not as much gold from the other side, but still quite good. Still quite good. Okay, javelins move within range. I mean, army-wise, it looks like B's been taking like better, it looks like better trades here in the Castle Age, but in the long run, it's just this gold eco. It's just so nuts. It might not matter unless he like killed some insane, excuse me, amount of villagers or something. Okay, you see archers up on top of those lancers. I don't see the poison. Does he have the poison arrow? I don't think he does. You'd probably see that. Okay, so we got Sofa. He wanted his idea with these archers is to pick off these spearmen so that his Sofa can be effective. That's kind of what he's going for here. More Sofa coming in right now. I mean, B's kind of just like flooding the base of Beastyqt. BC has all his gold. Where did it go? Is he aging up? Did he just trade all his gold? I don't know. He's not aging, so he must be trading all of it. I'm a little shocked right now because I was like, I feel like the eco's been so ridiculously insane for Beastyqt that like he was just going to start turning the pressure, but he's just been bleeding units, and it appears like he just hasn't got the military production online. You can see all the gold he still has in the bank, but B still continues to just be relentless here with attacking. He's kind of just picking off the units as they are trained, standing on top of the military production. So all of the eco in the world isn't able to really stop that. You can even see, look, he's trying to throw down military academies so he can train units faster because he's not spinning his res fast enough. Not typically you see something from Beastyqt, right? It's typically early on when you start playing AoE4, you realize, yeah, you need more military building. So I bet he'll slap some more down. He's working on getting that production online. He's still got plenty of res in the bank to bounce back from this. But as of right now, B putting on tons of pressure. You look at 88 vills for 73 vills. Gold per minute. Actually, the mine's getting pretty close, of course, with 3 fully operational pit mines. See the poison arrows now. You see a little purple on there. Those are the poison arrows. Okay. 15 villagers inside this town center. Now, what's he targeting? The archers? I'd say the javelin can tank a lot of this, but he can do pretty decent there with shooting at the archers with him. Is BC out on the map somewhere? Let's see. No, he's just kind of focused on this fight right now. So, 15 villagers idled right now for Beastyqt. Units being trained as fast as they can. Looks like he's about to have 5 lancers pop out right here. I mean, that's gonna be nice. He's got his techs, but B has his techs too. Just needs to group up his troops, or I think he's trying to come. Oh, it looks. Even with this ridiculous amount of gold that Beastyqt was bringing in, I really thought this was going to go in his favor. B able to overwhelm with just Malian unit spam, and the pit mines also seem to hold on just great. I'm very surprised in this. I lose in this matchup a lot because Mongol trade is so strong. I guess the difference being here, B didn't try to go for his own trade to match it. Many people others might be tempted to say, hey, he's trading, let me try to trade. He said he went for all out aggro, and in this scenario, it looks like it did play out for him today. But congratulations to B here on this win, and I'm sure Beastyqt will be ready for that next one. I hope you enjoyed this casted game. Hit that sub button if you want to see more. Of course, I stream live over on twitch.tv/FitzBro. Come over, follow. If you subscribe this month, you can change the lights on my Christmas tree live on stream. It's pretty cool. Come do it. I'll see you guys in the next one.